Well, welcome, community leaders. I wanted to just send you out just a reminder on how to work Planning Center people. When you came on as a community leader, we throw a lot of information at you quickly, and so it can become easy to forget how to work some of the things that we go through. And so this is just simply a brush up on what it means to be a community leader as we care for those who are entrusted to us. And so as we go back and remind ourselves of Proverbs 27, where it says to be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds, for riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. And so, what does that mean for us? It means that we need to know the condition, the how our people are, the people that we've been led to take care of. And so, as community leaders and as community leader coaches, we have community leaders and life group leaders who have been entrusted to us to take care of, to support, and to develop. And the only way that we continue the momentum that we're experiencing here in Shawnee is to steward the momentum well. The momentum has everything to do with the condition of our flocks. And so, how are we going to do that? If you don't already, go ahead and download the Planning Center People app on your phone. It's the easiest way to stay connected to this and help things to continue to move forward and stay organized. That's how I do it, and that's how I see most of our community leaders doing it, is through the app. You can also do it online, and we'll get to that in a minute. There's a couple of key concepts. The workflow has everything to do with all of your flock. So as a community leader or community leader coach, you have anywhere from 3 to 7 to 10, 12 people that have been entrusted to you. They are your flock, your workflow. These are all of the folks. A card within that workflow is the one, right? The workflow is the 99, the card is the one. This represents a person, just some basic details about them, their age, birthday, email address, phone number, things of that nature. But there's also a place in there where you can leave notes and take care of people. But what I want you to understand is that that card represents a person, a leader, someone who has been entrusted to care for their own flock. And so we need to make sure that they're healthy. And so we need to see that card as a person who has hopes, dreams, desires to lead and to lead effectively. And they need your help to do that. So you can download the app. That's the easiest thing. But you can also do it through people.planningcenteronline.com. Either way are fairly easy to use. I just find that the app's with me everywhere I go. So it's really easy to take a few minutes while I'm in the car line picking up my kids, or, stuck at, Chick-fil-A or whatever, to make a phone call and to follow up with somebody. All right, so when you open up the app, you can go up and you see 3 little lines at the very top. You click on those, go down and select workflow. Once you do that, you're going to have this pull up. Now, if you are not only a community leader, but maybe a coach for one of our other ministries here, you're actually going to have a couple of different workflows. You will have one where it says MOR LGLM follow-up. You are actually going to see SHW, Shawnee LGLM follow-up, but you might also have a Life Kids follow-up. You might also have a Switch follow-up or a host team follow-up. But this is how you choose on which one to work. And then you go over and you choose a quarter. And once you've chosen a quarter, what you'll see is you'll see all of the groups that are assigned to you. Now, if we go back here and we look, you see where it says 5, the little green 5, that's the number of cards that are ready to be followed up with. If there's gray, that means that if there's gray numbers there, that means that there's some cards that also that are there, but they're not ready yet to be followed up with. And so then what you do is once you click on an assigned card, you can click, and let's click on Ashley Woods here. And what we'll see is Ashley Woods' card will pop up. Now there's a bunch of things you can do from here. So if you call Ashley and she doesn't answer, you can simply hit snooze, and in a couple of days or however long you choose, you can follow back up with Ashley. You might also get a hold of Ashley and Ashley says, hey, I'm actually on vacation. Can we talk in a week and a half? Well, then you can hit snooze and you can actually choose the date to follow back up with. You can also choose to send an email. Maybe you want to try to follow up and just maybe you want to send Ashley some information based on your phone call. Well, you can do that straight from the app, so you can send an email to her. And then you could add notes. And so what I do want to say is in here that when these notes sync with another internal database. And so some of those notes are visible to other volunteers. And so we don't want to put a lot of real personal information in those notes. But if you talk to Ashley and let's say they've lost a job, or maybe they've had a death in the family, you could put in a note that, hey, Ashley's going through a difficult time and I'm going to follow up, with such and such. But you can add a note there that's kind of generic. And then if it is something significant, like let's say it's let's say Ashley's father died, and that's a huge deal that's going on in their family. So you can add a note, but then you can also reassign the card to Becky or I to follow up with. And we'd love to be a part of our leaders' lives in any way we can, but especially in a significant issue, we want to make sure that they know that we are that we care, and we want to make sure that we support them in the best way we can. And so you can reassign those to Becky or I, and we can help follow up with them. Another reason you might want to reassign a card to Becky is you find out, you call Ashley, and Ashley is getting ready to move, and so their life group's no longer going to meet. And so you could just reassign that to Becky and let her know that this group is no longer meeting. And then the last thing you would do is go up and hit complete step. So once you've followed up, you've talked with Ashley, you can see there that there's a whole bunch of information right underneath Ashley's name where it says description. This is the two questions that we talk about. How do you feel your group's going? And then the follow-up questions based on their response. And so after you've had your conversation, you hit complete step. And then what happens is the card will automatically move to the next quarter for follow-up. So you know that we talk about we want to follow up with our leaders once every 3 months, well, approximately every 90 days. And so once you have completed the step, it automatically sets a reminder to go off in 90 days. All right, well, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching through this. If you ever have any questions, feel free to give Becky or I a call. We'll be happy to walk you through those things. We can get together and do it together if you have any questions. So, last thing, guys, know your flocks. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds, for riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. We know right here in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas, we've been blessed to be a part of a major revival. God is doing a tremendous work here, but He's doing that work through His people, through you, through me. And we get to be a part of being on the front lines. But what does that mean? That means that we are accountable to be great stewards of the people who are entrusted to us. Every life group leader, every life group is a group of people who are looking to be shepherded, looking to be taken care of. And as community leaders and as staff here, we agree to support and develop the leaders that have been entrusted to us. So guys, I want to encourage you, stay on top of your flocks. Make sure that you know the condition so that we can give careful attention to our herds, because we don't want to lose the momentum that God has created here. And we feel so blessed to be right there on the front lines. I thank you for all that you do. We love you. We appreciate you. And if you need anything at all, please let us know. Have a great day.